Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, resetting her timer because I just muffed it up. It's a very warm day out here. It's also a very windy day. I may be tempting fate. I have some ideas. I want to do some square, I'm going to call them scales. Let's call them sort of like shingles. I want to do some shingle shapes, and I was using a white canvas before. This is a 16 by 20 inch pre-primed black canvas. But my idea is kind of strange, or brilliant, I don't know. Anyway, I have ice cube trays, and before I sacrifice 10 colors, I think I'm going to work with 4, and I can always add more if it's working. I have cut clean little sheets of acetate, and I have some standing by to change up the sizes if I want to, and I'm going to throw some colors in there. Try not to be too awful nervous about it, and hope that the bottles are open. Yeah, I think it's time for a skewer. A skewer with a good point on the end of it. That's still not opening. I've been getting this in the face lately, so I'm trying to be a little more cautious, really. Alright, so that's a bottle of paint that hasn't been used for a while. And I don't know how much paint to put in here. I have no idea, so we're going to figure it out. And those two colors are not my first choice of what would go together well, but I think we're just going to play fast and loose. I'm going to wipe off my skewer and pierce a new bottle. Seems like if I leave them in the sun, well, they're not in the sun, if I leave them outdoors, for longer than 5 minutes, shall we say, I still wind up with, let's just do orange. Boy, I am so nervous about this. I can always dump this container, which is maybe what will happen. So, let's see, do I have enough paint in there? I've got maybe, you know, 1/4 of an inch in there, and that may or may not be enough. But we do know I do not like to waste paint. I've got white, and I've got pearl, and I've got black standing by. And they don't look like enough colors to me. Go figure, strangely enough. I want to start with something on the outside and layer them in. So let's just go ahead and try this. Let's go ahead. Oh God. Okay, I'm going to start from the outside. And try and get a nice or a decent coverage. And in this case, I'm going to let it try and go down over the outside, just because I'm here right now, and I've never done this before, and it's time to find out if it'll work, because I've been thinking about it for, I don't know, a couple weeks. So I've covered at least one corner. Woohoo! And if I can do this by dipping it, I can probably also do it by applying paint to the card itself, which is really what I want to do now. Because I can. Except for I can't, because gesundheit. Because the bottles don't open. Alright, so I've got some purple there. Whoops. And I've got quite a bit of paint there, and that's not what I meant to do, but that's okay. I like the fact that there's more than enough paint there. And I also like the fact that there's some paint to mix it with. And that blue is supposed to be a color shift. I have this discussion all the time with myself that I cannot replace that. So I should probably not be using it up. But since I can't seem to help myself, I guess that's the way it goes. So I'm going to go around the outside edge. And I don't know why I should be worried about straightening anything up. I would like to not have the edges of my canvas showing. I'm going to put that back in the purple, even though it's a little schmutzy. And I'm going to try, and I think I've discovered that you have to have enough paint in the bottom of your containers. And I am looking forward to trying the ice cube trays next. These are actually ice cube trays too. Let's just let that pour right off of there, and then flip it over. A little pressure helps the bead of paint that's underneath the acetate travel and cover sort of more smoothly, which seems like it might be ideal. This could take a while, and it will probably be more than one 20-minute video. And since it's getting warm in Florida right now, I gotta warn you guys, my camera does have a tendency to spontaneously shut off, and we hope it stays on for 20 minutes, but it doesn't always. So I set my timer for 17 minutes, and after that I tell you a few of my pieces of information about the book that's available on the Amazon link. I'm gonna have to keep adding some more paint to here, to the containers, until I figure out how much I'm supposed to be using. And I'm gonna want some gold. Alright, and we haven't even got to the point where I expect to lay a color across them. I'm not going to worry about accidents right now. We're just getting started. I am going to try and keep my paint out of the way. And I am going to use some other colors, because I can, with the colors that I've got from my 4. Also because I can. Which may or may not make a difference, obviously. But I love the color pops on the canvas, the black canvas. I am going to try and remember to go down over the side, because it took me like, wow, it took me like 45 minutes to match the colors when I did an artwork yesterday. One of the Prism series. I'm going to knock all of that color right off there, because both of those things are so sheer that I'm going to give myself permission to go back. I'm going to double dip. I'm going to let that run right off there. And then I'm going to do what I was already doing next door and hope that I can get it to work a little better this time. It takes a light touch to keep the canvas from coming through. It may not be important. It definitely is an experiment, for sure. And I'm going to put a little extra puddle in there right now because I want it to go down over the side. And I want to have excess on my card. So that seems like a really wise choice to me. And I'll just sort of tap off some of the other. So this is kind of fun. I've got more colors to use yet. And I'm going to just scrape up a puddle this time. Purple I just mixed, and it's nice and fresh and cooperating fairly nicely. We have not even gotten to the part where I want to lay other colors over these colors, so who knows how that's going to go. And I'm just going to keep chatting to you guys while I try and start this. Let's do something funky and use, can I see? Hey, glasses! Wow, they're on my head. Let's use some white pearl and some leftover color and see what happens. Wow, lots of dust. I forget, I'm outside. Yeah, the white pearl and the purple together make some nice cells, as you can see. I'm going to go right over the edge. And I'm going to look for that pearl on the other side and let it sort of kind of match it. Although getting too exact at this point would probably be silly. And there's the pink. So my ice cube tray didn't really turn out to be all that, but I don't find it unhelpful, so we'll just keep playing. I want to move that in the wrong direction, so I create a little puddle. And I'm just going to add enough, same as last time, because it's so sheer and because it's a black canvas, and oftentimes the neon pink needs to have some white near it, and so I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but I'm not so sure about what's going to happen with any of this, and I'm going to use that purple and see what happens. Yes. And I'm going to keep using other colors because I can. And that's our first crossover. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I'm not worried about it either. Let's go somewhere else. Yes, this could take a long time, but I never give myself permission to take a long time, so I'm going to dip in sideways, see how that works. And I like the color variations. And I expect I might get faster someday. This is probably not that day though. I like the different color combinations. I have to remember to knock them off or I won't have edges that are covered in the least. Especially not with that neon pink, which really probably won't show up much at all. I haven't used any yellow, except for that yellow over there, which is actually orange. And I can see that nice puddle over there. And it makes me want to put this down, bring this out, and dip that. And that does not bother me. I am going to give myself permission. Hey, look, the paint actually came out of the front of the bottle. Cool. To use some gold. Now the gold has gotten really runny lately because of the heat. I'm really thinking of changing my recipe to use all Deco Art pouring medium and no Floetrol, because Hobby Lobby seems to run a sale consistently offering the Deco Art pouring medium for a better price. And they don't even sell it at Michael's, which is surprising to me. Oh, and Michael's is offering to let people teach there and name your price, which is pretty cool. I don't think I want to spend 2 hours mixing up paint, so I probably won't be showing up there anytime soon. But I thought I would let you guys know in case one of you was interested. It happens. Love this color. I've got 5 minutes left. This is going to be like the longest painting ever. And we're still having fun, but I'm going to use that yellow to see what happens. With that iridescent pink, which I keep forgetting to give you guys the name of. And I want to do some of just the gold. And what else? Really? I should not be surprised by now. I don't think I was using this kind of squeeze bottle last year when I started making recordings, so it should come as no surprise to me that I'm unaware. I'm going to press that in until it spreads things a little bit. Now I've got my magenta on the wrong side, so I'm going to let that go sideways for a minute. I really want you guys to be able to see what I'm going to do when I overlap these, but so far it's not a happening thing. Where's my gold? There it is. I haven't used any black in anything, and I don't think I'm going to be in a big hurry to do so until I get a little further in. Don't really need these to be absolutely, you know, uniform or straight or anything. I'm not, like I said, this is all a learning curve, so let's just keep going as long as we can until the timer goes off. And try my hardest to make some paint cover. As best I can. Black canvas makes it a little hard to use the dabbing of the finger technique. I am continuing to just use what's on my card. And I'd like to go faster. I really thought the ice cube trays were going to help me go faster. I really did. So I like this Prussian blue with that gold. And I'm going to take a chance and use, wow, am I really? Push it up with the edge. Yep, just getting some different stuff. I see I don't have anything over here. And I don't have anything over next to it either to cover the edge. I know you guys thought I could do a painting in 20 minutes, but I really, when it comes to doing something that's intensely labor Labor intensive? Yeah, that's redundant. It really does take time to do stuff. But I'm giving it my best shot right now. I should tell you that if you buy the book on Amazon, because I can, my book, you can, my editor wants you to know, you can also have an ebook for like $3 more, which will get you all of the links to all of those first 100 videos. Ooh, I kind of like the sideways thing. Who knows what this is going to turn into? I've got Teespring clothing with a whole bunch of new studio slogans, because I can, I do, stuff like that, underneath the video. I have an Amazon link that has my other tools that I'm not sharing at this particular moment in time, because they're OXO omelet turning spatulas and Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. But the gold mica powder and everything else that's on the Amazon link is at no added cost to you and helps me out. I think that that is the perfect time to grab some other purple. What other purple do I want in there? I love that the timer hasn't gone off yet, but it's a minute away, so it's really not very long. Let's pull that down. I do have some, really? There's a stretcher bar. I thought there was a stretcher bar across the back of this, but I might be wrong. I think that's the next size up. So, I'm getting somewhere, but I'm not sure where that somewhere is quite yet. I really haven't done what I wanted to do, which was to pull some stuff out the bottom here. You never know, I could just wind up leaving the outside edge in a black center. You can't trust me to stay with a plan, I tell you what. Not at all. And I wanted, this is a great opportunity to just keep trying different combinations. I'll go sideways and see how they sell together and the little patterns they make. Yeah, I'm not using my turntable every time. Alright, that gives me a couple minutes to tell you guys whatever I was supposed to tell you. But I did write down, so maybe that'll help. I talked about the book, I talked about the Amazon link. Please give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. It really helps my placement of my videos, gets them seen by more people on YouTube, and that's a big help. And if you watch more of the video, it helps me out immensely too. So I don't make a huge living from doing what I'm doing, and I'm doing a lot of it. So you guys, I want to say thank you to everybody who's helped me keep painting by contributing to the studio through PayPal or Patreon. The links are underneath the video and on my channel header. And if you do decide that you'd like to contribute to help me keep painting, you wind up included in this month's contest. Depending on the month, in March and the beginning of April, we had 7 paintings in the contest. And it's hard to tell when I'm going to post a video. Don't blow away, I need you. In the last 20 seconds of the video, we have end screens. And end screens will take you to, oh my goodness, like 500 other videos plus. And show you my website. I don't think that's a good choice right there. But I haven't used any of this. And I love this. Let's do that. So what am I not reading here? I have Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook albums on the bottom of the video under the description, as long as you're watching probably online on your computer. I'm sorry for everybody who doesn't get to see because they're watching TV, but go check out my stuff once in a while on your computer and you'll see the stuff that you're missing. I'm so sorry. I am going to use some of that right there because I don't have anything down over that edge and I want something right now. And I don't mind a little weird. Kind of like what's happening here. I just don't know where it's going to go. And when the timer goes off the next time, I'm going to have a minute left. And let's see if I've forgotten anything else. Oh, I do sell my artwork, so you can inquire through YouTube. I do give classes at the studio in Spring Hill, Florida. And if you need to ask me a question, y'all are always invited to ask me questions anytime you need an answer. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I don't mind that I just got a whole bunch of spatters. And I'm going to stick the front of that in over here so I can pull that over there and I'm going to try and fix it up right quick.